Hello everyone, good morning from Tokyo. I'm so sad to say that this is my last day in Japan. Today I'm going to be heading back to Asakusa to explore the area, since at the beginning of the trip I didn't really feel like I spent enough time there, and I definitely want to head back there for a couple of things. And then tonight I have dinner planned with a friend, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to vlog, but anyways, let's just get started with our last day here. I really want to make it count. The first place I stopped at really caught my eye. They sold a variety of daifuku, and their most popular one is their custard daifuku. It's basically mochi filled with custard and topped with a strawberry. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this that I really love. It's probably the mochi, which is really soft and delicate, much softer than anything you get in the US, and it tastes freshly made. The inside almost tastes like an artificial vanilla pudding, a lot of that fake vanilla flavor, but it has a rich egginess, so I think that's what makes me love it, and it is quite sweet, but the strawberry definitely helps because it cuts it with its tartness. They had some other flavors that sounded really good to me as well, such as green tea or peach, so this is definitely a great place to choose because I love their variety. I just stopped by the shop to get some souvenirs for my dog. I got a dog yukata, and yukatas are usually traditional Japanese clothing. I also got her these sweet potato treats because she loves anything sweet potato. And right outside I saw this really interesting looking dog. This is a popular street food item here in Asakusa. There's strawberries covered in sugar, and it's basically just candy coated strawberries, and you'll see people holding these all over because there's so many shops selling this. So this is another item I'm really looking forward to trying. They just look really shiny and they're really picturesque. This is delicious, but it is so sweet. I love the crunch of this sugar on the outside. It's so satisfying, but the strawberries they use are actually really sweet. And this is a case where I'd like a less ripe strawberry, just because the sweet, juicy, delicate strawberry paired with the sugar outside is so rich and so sweet. This is definitely a lot to eat for one person, this whole stick. Now I'm walking to lunch, and I found a really popular ramen shop in the area, so hopefully the line isn't too long. My ramen just came out. I ordered the spicy miso ramen, and I already smell a rich porky smell coming off of this, and it smells incredible. It's topped with a spicy miso paste, I believe, so I'm just gonna mix this all into my broth. Let's just start by trying out this broth. Oh, that is so nice. The broth has a little bit of tanginess. I believe it's from the bamboo shoots in there. It's really nice and spicy. You get a miso flavor. It's rich and porky, and I love the thin layer of oil that's floating on top of the broth. It adds so much flavor. It just tastes like it's melted pork fat. Let's go for a chashu now. The thing about this place is they don't give you a lot of meat, and I think that's actually a good thing, so I should be able to finish it because it's really three really thin pieces, and they give you a lot of noodles and broth. While I thought it was nice that they don't give you too much meat, I'm starting to wish that they did give me more meat because it's so delicious. I love how thin it's cut. It's a very thin cut, wonderful layer of marbling of fat, really rich and porky, and I love how it's marinated. It tastes like there's some sort of soy marinade, and then it also, on top of that, just soaks up all that spicy miso broth. And now let's just go for these steaming noodles. They're literally still boiling hot. Whoa, those are some high quality noodles. They're really bouncy and chewy. They taste freshly boiled, of course, because I see them making it to order, and it really clings to that spicy miso, so they are pretty spicy. This place is great. You definitely gotta check them out. Their spicy miso ramen is a must. I just finished up here, and a pro tip is to get here early. I got here at 11:30, which is half an hour after they open, and there is a huge rush of people at 12, and people had to wait for a bit, so definitely get here early. After finishing the entire bowl of spicy miso ramen, my tongue is still burning and my stomach is even burning a bit too, so definitely be careful with it. It can get pretty spicy when you eat a whole bowl of it. As I was walking through the back streets of Asakusa, I saw this Melon Pan shop and they make them fresh. This one is literally still warm, and I like that the top is topped with a little bit of sugar, so it looks really delicious and sweet. This is so delicate and fluffy on the inside, and the outside is my favorite part. It's really crunchy and buttery, and it almost reminds me of a cross between a bread and a cookie. This place is so good. Definitely my favorite melon pan I've had in Japan. You gotta check this place out. This is a dangerous area of Asakusa for me because there's so much food and restaurants in this area. I just decided to stop by this place. They're a restaurant, but they also serve a lot of different desserts, so I decided to go for their Matcha Kakigori, which is matcha shaved ice. They just brought out my Matcha Kakigori, and I decided to add toppings. I got some Azuki sweet red beans, and I also got some mochi because I wanted to top it with that because I love matcha with those flavors combined. And then what's included is a more concentrated matcha syrup, and they said this one is not sweetened, just pure bitter matcha to add some extra flavor to the ice. Let's just go for the ice plain first. No way, that is so finely grated. It almost tastes like Hawaiian shave ice. It's so fine and almost like pure dust. It just melts the instant it touches your tongue, no crunch at all. Now for a bite with red bean and mochi. I love their ingredients here. They use really high quality red beans. You can really taste it. They're perfectly sweet just to complement it. And I love their mochi as well. It tastes really fresh, super soft, and really smooth. Now I'm going to be trying it with that really concentrated matcha syrup. And I have a feeling that'll cut the sweetness a bit. Oh, it is so great with the syrup. It is almost like a paste because it's so thick. It's literally just matcha powder and water mixed together, so it's really intense and bitter. And I love how it cuts the sweetness of this dessert. It's a match made in heaven. You definitely gotta try this if you're a matcha lover. You're just gonna die, it's so good. I'm so full of food right now, but I had to stop for one more thing. I found a shop making fresh taiyaki. They're basically fish-shaped waffles with various fillings, and I got the sweet potato one. Wow, these are so delicious, but you gotta be careful. They're piping hot. I literally almost burned myself on it as I bit into it. I love the crispy exterior. It's almost like a very thin waffle, and the inside is extremely sweet. It just tastes like pure sweet potato, and it's so nice. I really love that the waffle isn't sweetened because it certainly goes great with the really sugary filling. This is another great place in Asakusa to check out. They actually sold out their custard ones, so try to get here early because those look really good. As I was walking to Asakusa Station, I saw this really unusual building. It looks like a giant golden sweet potato balanced on top of a building. This is something you will only see in Japan. Although I didn't know it at the time, this building is nicknamed the Golden Poo, and I am absolutely serious. The Golden Poo of Asakusa is a real thing. It's a couple hours later and now I'm walking over to dinner. However, I'm not going to vlog any of it because I'm going to be meeting my friend who I haven't seen in 7 years. So I just want to catch up with her, and I'll see you after our meal. My friend took us out to eat at this really nice yakitori restaurant, and this is easily the fanciest yakitori that I've ever had. The first appetizer was chicken liver pate, and something about those Japanese chickens makes it taste so much better. Then came a variety of chilled appetizers which were all refreshing. However, my favorite was the chicken gizzards, which were so pleasant and crunchy. Then came a green salad. Then came a variety of chicken skewers such as heart, breast, and meatballs. All were very large pieces of chicken, which meant they were extra juicy and flavorful. Another one of my favorite skewers, ginkgo nuts, came out. Finally, I had their fried chicken, which was so succulent and delicious. I made it back from dinner, and I really enjoyed the food, but what I enjoyed even more was our conversations. And I think we both learned a lot about each other's cultures. One of the topics we talked about is the different culture with food and how our portion sizes are different and such, and then we also spent a lot of time talking about the different foods that we can find in both of our countries. It was really enjoyable talking and meeting with her, and it's definitely something I want to do again. It's just really hard to do because we're so far away, but I'm going to definitely try to meet up with her the next time she's in the US or when I'm in Japan. Since today was the last day of my Japan series, this is like the last main video of my Japan series, so thank you to everyone that stuck with me for all this and enjoyed the journey with me. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be leaving for Narita Airport, and I will be doing a video on ANA's Premium Economy, so definitely look forward to that in the future, but this is pretty much it for exploring Japan. This was a 2.5 week adventure. It was a lot of travel, a lot of great food, so I really hope my videos helped you experience what I experienced. Ever since I traveled to Japan for the first time 7 years ago, I knew it was somewhere I wanted to get back to, and just because of COVID and other things, it took a really long time before I was able to get back here, and I'm so glad I did, because this was really a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me, because I've never gone to this many cities or traveled this much distance in 2.5 weeks ever out of my entire life. Anyways, I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure if you did, give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you for the last video of the series when I head on my flight back home tomorrow.